Hey y'all, so let's dig right back into this. The importance of the teaching our children. And we're still in this Exodus passage. but you know, Moses knew the importance of even the flocks and herds in the teaching of the children. Now, if they had left the flocks, they still could have taught by mouth, right? Well, if we had this, then this is what we would do to worship the Father. Would they also say, but because of our disobedience, because we changed what the Father said, we don't have it? Have you ever found yourself in that position? If I had done what He told me to do, then this would all be very different. But when we put other things in front of what God instructs, this is tough, y'all. We teach our kids the world rules. Not like the rules of the world, but that the world rules. So when we put other things in front of what God instructs, we teach our kids the world rules, or that the world makes the rules. The world is in charge. Those powers that be that we can see have the final say. Because it's not just what comes out of our mouth, but if it is important, it will be modeled in our lives. If the word of the Father, if the instruction of God, if His precepts, teachings, and instructions, if His way of doing and being right is the most important, then not only will we talk it with our children, but we will model it to our children. They will see us. He doesn't say in Deuteronomy 7, have your kids recite the word 4 times a day. Or he doesn't say, have your kids read the Bible 15 minutes a day. He doesn't say, have your kids talk about it in Sunday school. He says, you do it with them. He doesn't say, here's the commandments, read them to your children. He says, first, you write these commandments that I've given you today on your hearts. Get them in you, and then you get them inside your children. You talk about them wherever you are. When you're sitting at home or when you're walking in the street, talk about them. You talk about them with their children from the time you get up in the morning to when you fall to bed at night. You tie them on your hands and your foreheads as a reminder and inscribe them on the doorposts of your homes and your city gates. This is not a self-directed learning. This is not something that they can do on their own. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1. It's not in my notes, but it's such a perfect fit. Therefore be imitators of God, copy His behavior, and follow His example. As well-beloved children, imitate their Father. As children, imitate what is modeled before them. As children, imitate the example set before them. This is not something we leave to the responsibility to our children. This we are involved in. We don't leave the teaching of our children up to chance. We don't leave the teaching of our children up to anyone else. It is our responsibility. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.